My grandma was quite the catch when she was younger, as she told us all the time. She told me that she was proposed to 11 times from the age of 15 until the age of, I think, 26, when she was proposed to for the 12th time by my grandfather, Herbert, and that was the only one she accepted. Since she was born in 1923, she was a young woman when World War II started. So a lot of her male friends were soldiers and went off to fight. There were a lot of, wartime marriages, but she didn't say yes to any of those. Her first proposal was by a family friend who lived far away from Pittsburgh, I think in Kentucky or something. When she was 15, he proposed to her by letter. And she told her mom, and her mom said no, and she said, well, she didn't really want to marry him anyway. I find it funny because she rejected so many, really heartfelt proposals. And my grandfather's was very heartfelt, but he was a funny guy, and I think that their wits sort of matched. They were similar people, and so the way he proposed was he pulled up in a car outside of her house, and he called out to her and said, "Louisa, get in. We're getting married." One of the many things my grandma instilled in me was sort of a passion for the love story, and this sort of idea that to be in love with someone and to find people to love when you're young is a very fun adventure, and that you will eventually find the right person no matter how many tries it takes. When I had my first boyfriend in 7th grade, and I broke up with him for one reason or another, I told her that. We were at the kitchen table of her house, and she said, "Good. You should break a lot of hearts." And she didn't mean that in sort of a way like go out of your way to break people's hearts, but just don't settle for someone else's idea of love. You deserve to have exactly what makes you happy, and don't waste your time with anything that isn't doing just that. With a light brown hair. I loved going to her house because it was always like a trip back in time. Something that I loved about my grandma was that she was very in touch with memory as a fleeting thing, as something that is like very beautiful and important. She treated, every moment in life as something glamorous. Making an event out of just the littlest everyday things in order to make them special and memorable was something really important to her. She would document just meticulously just every part of her life, and they were these old scrapbooks, and she had started making them years before. So she had one from when she was in college. She had this beautiful, shaky, cursive writing, and every picture she would caption in this silver pen. She kept doing that, through the time when she got married, and then all these books when my dad was born, and then she would, also document when my sister and I were little, documenting our lives. I remember my grandma as being the ultimate heartbreaker. The Thanksgiving, I think, when we were there before she passed away, she knew I loved those scrapbooks. She said, why don't you just take them home? You can keep them. Those books signified her life, her entire life. It was like she was ready to pass along all of her memories to me and to my sister, because she didn't need them anymore. And that's when I knew that she was really close to leaving our lives.
I think what she's left me with is an appreciation for the most classic, beautiful, and elegant moments in life that can exist throughout time. No matter who you are and when you are born, there are certain experiences that are worldwide, and she documented them so that I could remember her stories for her.